Here it comes! From the 444RR Studios in Maryland, it's The Talk Is Right, the only UCast with game shows, magic, and more. And now, here's the star of The Talk Is Right, 444.
Hello everybody out there on YouTube, this is 444RR with this week's Talk Is Right. Now before our regularly scheduled Talk Is Right events, I do want to just talk about the events that happened 11 years ago yesterday on September 11, 2001. We're going to kind of do a look back in remembrance of 9/11. So I'm going to play in the background one of my favorite country music songs. It's called Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning by Alan Jackson. It's a great song. It's a 9/11 kind of tribute song. And we're going to talk a little bit about that and do a remembrance right now.
Where were you when the world stopped turning?
September 12, 2001. Washington Post. Terrorists hijacked 4 airliners, destroy World Trade Center, hit Pentagon, hundreds dead. This has got to be one of the worst days in American history, but one of the best days. Let me explain why. Before you take that out of context, it's one of the worst days because hundreds of people lost their lives, thousands of people. But it's one of the best days because afterwards, we came together stronger as a nation. I mean, you know, we were in shambles. Honestly, I think we were in shambles before 9/11. Afterwards, we had brotherly and sisterly love that we just hugged each other. We stood in line. I mean, we talked to people we didn't even know. And I think it was a great, great, great time for America. Because we came together and we were all brothers and sisters of this country. And, you know, you wouldn't talk to that homeless guy on the street, but after 9/11, I saw people doing that. You know, I mean, you know, people just came together. You know, the president said, go about your daily life. During 9/11, he said, go about your daily life. Don't let this affect you. And I remember the first public gathering, I watched it on TV, was WWE SmackDown on that Thursday. I remember they said they wanted to continue, the president wants to continue, we're going to do that. This is your kind of second YouTube speaks for this week, but don't post it as a big response, just post it as comments down below. In the comments down below, right, where were you that day when the world stopped turning? I was in 6th grade English class, 6th grade reading class. I'll never forget this. Principal came on the loudspeaker and he had said, attention students, 1 plane has hit the Pentagon, 2 planes have hit the World Trade Center. And the teacher just went like this. And the kids didn't know what was happening. The teacher knew. You know, I think 9/11 was really played down to a lot of the children because people didn't really want the kids to get upset, I think, because we didn't know what was going on. Principal came back on 15 minutes later and said, classes, we're going to let everybody with an early dismissal today because the school board thinks it's good for your safety. Your parents will come pick you up. No bus service is going to be available today. I'll never forget that day. Everyone cheered in the class. We were all 10, 11-year-old, 12-year-old boys and girls. So we didn't know what was going on. We just were happy for early dismissal. But, I mean, 9/11, we should never forget it. It should always be in our brains. Just remembering it one day out of the year, it's just not good. I mean, I heard a story that Engine Company 20, you might have heard about this, Engine Company 20 in New York City, they were the first responders to the World Trade Center. 20 people responded. None of them came back. That gives me chills and makes me tear up every time I think about it. We should remember 9/11 and remember the people because a lot of people lost their loved ones that day. And, you know, some people lost even both parents that day. Because both parents might have worked in the Pentagon or in the World Trade Center. It's a sad day. We should remember it every day of the year, not just 9/11, because some people are still hurting from it because they lost their family. You know, I say if you get a chance to go to Ground Zero or to the Pentagon's 9/11 memorial they have out front of it, definitely. I've been to the 9/11 memorial at the Pentagon, and it really is a humbling experience to be there. I mean, they have, at the 9/11 memorial at the Pentagon, they have benches and people's names are carved on those benches. It was a sad day indeed for American history, but like I said, we came together as a nation, and I think it helped us grow a lot. And history does repeat itself, so we just need to make sure that now we still have hyped up security, because we definitely need more security so we don't have a repeat of this. All right, we're going to go into the next part of the talk is right. If I can make it through it, I'm getting ready to tear up here, so we'll see. Next is game show news. Take a look.
All right, this week The Price is Right has no news, but The Price is Right live stage show does. Price is Right live stage show runs daily shows at the Bailey in Las Vegas. But now the popular stage adaptation of The Price is Right is having a huge nationwide tour over the next 2 months. Previously, the show would just visit casinos and conventions where they were hired to do this. But now they're going on a big nationwide tour. Each adaptation is very, very similar to the TV show. You get the full experience. The show is going to be announced by Randy West, who was one of the announcers on Price is Right, one of the fill-in ones when Rod Roddy passed away, and they didn't get Rich Fields yet. They had a kind of a substitute announcer in there, and Randy West was one of them. And the show is going to be hosted by one of my favorite game show hosts, Todd Newton. I love Todd Newton. I really do. He's hosted the Bailey's version for like 10 years, and it's really, really exciting. I'm excited to have Todd Newton host, and one of my sources has the list of where it's going to be, where all the Price is Right live stage shows are going to be held. I'm going to go through a few of them. There's a lot. I don't want to name them all, so we're just going to start with a few of them and go down the list a little bit. Salt Lake City, Utah is going to be September 14th. Flagstaff, Arizona, September 15th. El Paso, Texas, the 18th of September. Austin, Texas, the 21st of September. Tulsa, Oklahoma, the September 22nd. Jacksonville, Florida, September 25th. Tallahassee, Florida, September 29th. Atlanta, Georgia, October 3rd. Nashville, Tennessee, October 4th. St. Louis, Missouri, October 5th. Indianapolis, Indiana, October 9th. Green Bay, Wisconsin, October 10th. Rochester, Minnesota, October 11th. East Lansing, Michigan, October 13th. Williamsport, Pennsylvania, October 14th. Bethlehem, PA, October 18th. Florence, Indiana has 3 shows, October 19th, 20th, and 21st. Raleigh, North Carolina, October 23rd. And Westbury, New York, October 28th. And the one I'm really excited about, October 25th, the Warner Theater in Washington, D.C. I'll be there. Yes, I'm going to get my ticket today for The Price is Right live, and I'm really, really excited about this. I get to go see The Price is Right. I get to go see The Price is Right live. It's really, really exciting. Now, The Price is Right live, a lot of these venues are selling out. So if you're old enough to go, you have to be over 18, just like on the show. But if you're over 18 and you still have tickets available for your area, do not miss out on this exciting show. On their website, PricesRightLive.com, they say it's the everyone wins Price is Right, because everyone has an equal chance to be called to come on down. So that's pretty exciting. Also, if you're a contestant on The Price is Right live, if you actually get on, don't actually assume you're going to get on though, because you're going to be in this big theater with a bunch of other people, so you might not get on. But if you do get on, it does not void your chance to be a contestant on the California show. If you go on the stage version, you can still be a contestant on the California version, which is pretty exciting. But the really weird thing about the stage version is, if you've been on the stage version 4 times, you are then voided from being a contestant. It's like 4, whatever. But also, if you've seen the stage version, you know the prizes are dulled down a little bit. They don't give away a car in any of the games. They give away a car in the showcase, but not in any of the games. And all the games are played differently. Like Punch-a-Bunch, the small prizes are not small prizes. They are grocery items. Plinko has got a $2,500 space in the middle. I think it's $2,500 in the middle. So they've really dropped the Plinko amount down. So a lot of the games are not played for the right prizes, but it's still going to be a fun time anyway. So I do recommend getting tickets if you can for The Price is Right live. It's going to be really, really cool. All right. This is pretty exciting news, too. The team is staying together through 2016. If you haven't heard this, Pat Sajak, Vanna White, and Alex Trebek have renewed their contracts through 2016. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Alex Trebek, I like him. I love Pat Sajak and Vanna White, though. I do. And I'm glad they're going to stay on their respective shows until 2016. So that's very, very exciting. So, yes, that is really exciting. Let's see. GSN's Pyramid is doing really well. That's a great show. Comcast finally fixed our TV, so now I can watch Pyramid. I've been watching it. It's a great show. I love Pyramid. I can finally give like a full review on it now. Pyramid, I think Mike Richards is great. He definitely, now I'm going to take a quote here from people online. He's a better game show host than he is executive producer, end quote. That is not my own words, that's people online, but I do agree with him on the good game show host part. I think he's a great game show host. He's an okay executive producer on The Price is Right, but he's a great game show host. And I think, this is my personal opinion, GSN will bring back Pyramid for another season. I think you'll see a second season and probably a third season of Pyramid. It's going to be pretty exciting. Also, I finally got to watch an episode of the American Bible Challenge because GSN has not been coming in on our TVs for the longest time. And I love Jeff Foxworthy as the host of American Bible Challenge. I think he's great. I recommend watching that too. Even if you're not a Bible nut like me, if you don't know random useless Bible trivia, definitely watch it because it's very exciting because the people who could play on the show are not playing for themselves. The money they win goes to either their church or charity, so it's a really, really great thing. I love it. The American Bible Challenge, Thursdays at 8 on GSN. So definitely watch that because I love that. But of course, I know a lot of useless Bible trivia, so I'm kind of good at that. And also, if you have an iPhone, I don't have it with me. If you have an iPhone, the American Bible Challenge has an app if you want to play the game on your phone. So, just as a kind of heads up. Speaking of apps and games and stuff, I got this notice that I didn't know of. Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy made their debut on the Wii by Sony. Well, they're going to make their debut, not their debut, because I think they've been on before, but they're going to make their way to the PS3 and the Xbox 360. So thank you to one of my YouTube friends for telling me that. I don't have the name with me right here. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. You know who you are, though, if you're watching this. I don't have the name. That's bad of me. That's very bad of me. I don't have the name. Yeah, okay. I was going to try to find the name, but I don't have it handy, so yeah, I don't have it handy. All right, so yeah, sorry. And his name is kind of weird too. I'd probably butcher it if I tried to pronounce it. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, so now we're going to move on to your YouTube Speaks for this week. People sent in a lot of great stuff for the shows they're excited to see. Nobody's a winner or loser this week. You're all winners. I just wanted to hear what you guys are excited to see with the TV for this fall coming out. I'm going to give what I liked, what I am excited to see coming out. This is not going to be premiering in the fall, but as I told you about, I think it was last week, the White Elephant Game Show, which will probably be during the winter. I'm excited for that. But some of the fall shows I'm excited to see, of course, The Simpsons are coming back, so I'm really excited to see The Simpsons, kind of my Sunday night show. I really love The Middle. I love The Middle. I'm glad that's coming back. I just think that's a hilarious show. The Middle reminds me of Malcolm in the Middle. It really does. It's kind of got the same format. You got the brainy middle child. You kind of got the defiant older child. You kind of got the weird younger child. The parents are kind of the same in that show. The mother flies off the handle. The father really doesn't care. So, it's kind of the same as Malcolm in the Middle. The only thing that's different is the middle child's not speaking and breaking the fourth wall, as they say, talking directly to the audience. That's the only thing that's different about that show. But I do like The Middle. And I'm excited, of course, for all the game shows that are coming back. So it's really, really exciting. All right, so now we're going to move into the magic-related segment of this show. After I give you your YouTube Speaks assignment, I have to give you your YouTube Speaks this week. I think I want to see you guys be creative for this week. I loved last week when I did the dares. So we're going to do something creative this week for YouTube Speaks. I'm very nervous, but I'm going to do it anyways. I want you guys to spoof me. Spoof me. If you don't know what spoof is, make a parody video of me. Kind of spoof me. Now, the best one will maybe be shown next week on The Talk Is Right. I say maybe because I am like running out of time already this week, and I still have much more to talk about. So if I run out of time next week, I won't show it. But I'll definitely say, oh, this person was the winner. So, make a parody video of me. You can make it as funny as you want. Make it as funny as you want. This is your time to basically insult me. Not really insulting, but parodying me. Make sure, this is the key part. If you want it to be considered for next week's Talk Is Right to be the winner, post it as a video response. If you send it to me as a personal message or I see it in my subscription feed, I'm not going to consider it. You have to post as a video response. I'll go over that again. You click on the comment box and it will say create a video response. I think it's below the comment box. Click on that. You'll see a list of all your videos. Click on the video you want and it's going to send it to me and it's going to say this YouTuber wants to post a video response. I'll accept it and boom. Again though, same rules apply as with the dares. There's going to be no nudity in this, no swear words, no sex or drugs or alcohol, that kind of thing. But everything else is fair game to parody me with. All right? Okay, so basically your time to make fun of me. Now we're going to move into the magic-related portion of this show. All right, there actually is no magic news this week to talk about, but I do want to talk about 3 videos I think you should go check out if you're not even a magician. But there is a Australian magician. He's a kid magician. He's 12 years old. His name is Tim Mason. Go YouTube the video, The 3 Factor with Tim Mason, and see how exceptional this 12-year-old is. So go check him out. It's The 3 Factor with Tim Mason. That's the number 3 Factor with Tim Mason. So, and he's a multiple-time junior magic champion, and you should see how organized his magic room is. It's really cool. Now, back in the 80s, David Copperfield did a magic special, and you have got to check this magic special out. It is one of the most hilarious magic acts that I've ever seen. It's go YouTube David Copperfield ring finger. It is the most hilarious thing. David Copperfield does a James Bond spoof. His name is Bondage. James Bondage. It is the most hilarious thing ever. You got to go watch it. In the video, you'll recognize somebody. You'll recognize Penny Marshall. She was Shirley on Laverne and Shirley. So go look. She's in that special. Also, if you've seen my Magician 101 series, plug for that. You'll notice that I do the song "I Got the Magic in Me." Well, if you've watched the Disney Channel show Austin and Ally, Ross Lynch, who plays Austin on that show, has just came out with a new song. It's called "Illusion," and there is a lot of magic metaphors in it. I think I'm allowed. I don't want to get in trouble with copyright issues, but I'm going to play a little bit of that song. It's called "Illusion" by Ross Lynch, and here we go. That's all I'm going to post. But the lyric was, I'm going to levitate you, leave you wanting more. So, I don't know if you could hear that. I think, yeah, I'm recording with this microphone in front of me, so I don't think it probably picked that up, but that's okay. All right, also, another thing I want to talk about is, let me see if I can find it here. I've got to find it. Okay. Yes, illusion makes you believe you have a third arm. I've actually seen this. When I took psychology, we talked about this. Researchers in Sweden have successfully created the illusion of people feeling sensations in 3 arms at the same time. This is a really cool kind of thing. In 5 separate laboratory experiments, 154 volunteers were seated with their hands on a table, and a rubber arm was placed next to the next to their right arm. A sheet covered their shoulders and elbows, creating the illusion that the person had 3 arms. Researchers stroked both the real and fake arms with a brush simultaneously until 7 out of 10 subjects reported feeling sensation in both limbs. They threatened the fake arm with a knife and measured recognizable stress and heart rate that is normally associated with the threat of bodily harm. Also, when we talked about this in psychology, they had the 3 arms. They took a hammer and smashed the fake arm, and they were like, what do you feel? The person pulled the real hand out and was like, ow, and felt sensation in their real hand. It says, this is how our brain works, and this is why magic works so well on this level, because, because if you can't see your shoulders and elbows, you got the illusion like, that's my real arm. And now you're probably thinking to yourself when you're watching this, I'm not going to be faked by that. We actually did do this in psychology. I wasn't one of the ones up there to do it, but they actually did do it, and it actually worked. So, yes. Okay, a trick I recommend you go check out. This is not my review of the trick. I usually do one, then review it. This is actually a trick you should check out. It's Flash. Flash is by Chad Long. If you want to see Flash, go to, I can't think of when he did it. Go to Ellen DeGeneres' YouTube page. Type in Justin Willman. Not the one when he does the trick on the show, but you'll see one where it's like more magic with Justin Willman backstage. Click on that video, and you're going to see Justin Willman do a trick with USB flash drives. Check that out. That's the Flash trick. It is an amazing trick, and I'm going to actually buy that trick today, and I'll have a review of it hopefully next week on The Talk is Right. If I get it in time. I should get it in time, though, if I place the order today. Okay, now we're going to do the actual part when I actually review a magic trick. So I'm going to review one of the ones on the cabinet behind me.
All right, time for the review of a magic trick this week. And this week, I'm going to review Stratosphere. It's a really great trick. And first, I'll perform it. I've got 3 balls here. We're going to make a little traffic light, as you can see here. First, let me show you the empty tube. Nothing inside of this tube. The little cover goes on the tube. We're going to color coordinate the balls here. So the green one's going to go in first, just like on the picture. And then the yellow one's going to go next. And finally, the red one will go on top. So now the color is green, yellow, and red. Okay, something happened. How did the red one get down there? Let me try that again. I must have done something wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, though, but we're going to see. And I dropped my ball. Let me grab it here. Okay, let's try this again. We'll cover it up again, cover up the empty tube. We'll take the green one, we'll put it right in there just like that. We'll take the yellow one, put that one in there. And finally the red one. I give it a little snap, and now we should... No, that still didn't work. Huh. Okay. Oh, the red one is the pesky ball. It seems to be the problem here. So why don't we try something else? Let's try something else. Let me isolate the red ball. That's what the box is for. Don't move. All right, we're going to take the red ball, place it right in the box, and we'll leave it right there. I'm going to go ahead and cover up the tube again. We'll take the green one and put it in there. We'll take the yellow one and put it in there. And let's check on that red ball, make sure it's still in the box. Hey, wait a minute. Where did the red one go? That's kind of weird. It got back under there. Well, dang it. I guess I'm not made... I guess I shouldn't be making a traffic light then. Let's just not. And that is Stratosphere. It's a really, really killer trick. I mean, I use this in a lot of my kids' shows, and the kids love it. I mean, they really do. The kids love it. I mean, when they see the red ball go to the bottom, they're just like, that's cool. I mean, they really say it. They say, that's cool. Like, how'd that happen? I mean, honestly, it's really cool. This is actually a great trick for adults, too. It's a great trick for everyone. So, I love this trick. It's Stratosphere. The balls are, the red ball goes to the bottom. Looks like it penetrates through, too, and it's really cool. Then it disappears. I love the box, too. It disappears from the box, which I really love. So, it's Stratosphere. It's a really great trick, and we'll get to the rest. Let me clean this up, and then we'll get to the rest of the Talk is Right. Alright, so I'm running a little long on this video, so we're going to make this last little bit of news short. Steven Strasburg, as I reported last week, they were going to probably pull him from the Nationals. He has been pulled, and he is not going to be playing anymore for the Nationals this season because they want to rest his shoulder surgery that he had. So, but the Nationals are still winning even though that he's been pulled. So I have good news. I probably have good feelings about the Nationals. Hopefully they'll make it to the World Series. So we will see about that. All right, so this Talk is Right is running over. I try to make these about 20 minutes long each time, so it's not overly long because you don't want to sit here and listen to me for 20 minutes or longer. So this is it for the Talk is Right this week. Remember, YouTube Speaks is the spoofs for this week. You can go back in the video and get the rules on that and all that. And thanks for watching. For myself, our wonderful announcer, the Zachman18, who I thank him so much for being our announcer. And from all of us here at the 444RR Studios, we'll see you next time, and remind you to help control the YouTube content. Always flag inappropriate material, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Take us out, Zach.
The Talk is Right is sponsored by the following.
Space Monkey 7, a game that is sure to keep your little monkeys entertained for hours.
This is the Zachman18 speaking for The Talk is Right, a 444RR production.